Hi everyone, very good afternoon. Apologies for the delay that we have faced today for a few minutes. We are facing some issues in people who are joining us. The fault is ours. There are some mismatched links, so we apologize. We're just going to start the session in the next 2 minutes. It's already started. We're just getting something in place. Just 2 minutes and everything will start. For everybody who's joined in, we're just going to start the session in 2 minutes. We are facing a little bit of connection issues. Some of the people are dropping off. We're supposed to start the session, so Professor Devasidi is back. Sir, can you hear us now? Professor Devasidi, can you hear us now? Sir, you're on mute, sir. Sir, you're unmuted now. Can you please speak? Can you please try and speak?
Am I audible now?
Yes. You're audible, sir.
Okay. Can I start?
Yes, absolutely. The session is already started, sir. I've started. All the audience is here. They're able to hear you.
So, very good afternoon, everyone. We really regret the inconvenience caused during, start of the session today. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, distinguished dignitaries, and valued audience today. So, it is with immense pleasure and a warm heart that I extend a hearty welcome to all of you to the second session of the Faculty Development Program organized by the Faculty of Management Studies, Sabaragama University of Sri Lanka in collaboration with Emerald Publishing. Your presence today is a kind of a testament to the commitment and dedication we all share towards the pursuit of academic excellence and professional growth. First and foremost, I extend my warm welcome to Professor Atula Nyanapala, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Sabaragama University of Sri Lanka. Next, I bid a warm welcome to our esteemed resource person of today's session, Professor Sumit Narulla, Director, Amity School of Communication, Amity University, Gurgaon, and also he is the Editor-in-Chief, Journal of Content, Community and Communication, which is an Scopus Index journal, and also he is a brand ambassador for Emerald South Asia. With gratitude, let me also welcome Professor M.S.M. Aslam, Chairman of the Research and Publication Unit, Faculty of Management Studies, Sabaragama University of Sri Lanka. In addition to that, from faculty end, Ms. Shanika Ratnasiri, the Program Secretary, Ms. Dimuthu Vijayaratna, Assistant Secretary and Coordinating Secretary, Ms. Ruandika Kaushalani from Sabaragama end. In addition to that, I would like to warmly welcome Sangeeta Menon, Chairperson of the Faculty Development Program, and also Ms. Disha Lakanpal, Chief Organizer of the Faculty Development Program, Emerald Publishing. In addition, I would also like to extend a warm welcome to all the distinguished participants from the Sabaragama University of Sri Lanka and Emerald Publishing. Your presence here reflects your commitment to the pursuit of knowledge and continuous learning. In addition to our distinguished guests, we are equally delighted to have our valued participants, mainly academics, researchers, corporate managers, and administrative staff coming together from various corners of the world to share insights, exchange ideas, and collectively contribute to the advancement of our fields. Once again, a warm welcome to all of you. Let's embark on this journey of knowledge and exploration together, fostering collaborations that will ripple across borders and disciplines while contributing to a brighter future for academia and beyond. Thank you. So before proceeding to today's session themes, how to identify fake predatory clone journals, let me also introduce our esteemed resource person today, Professor Sumit Narulla, to the valued audience. Dr. Sumit Narulla is a PhD Electronic Media and Conflict Resolution from Punjab University, Chandigarh. He is presently working as the Deputy Dean, Research and Publications and Citations at Amity University, Madhya Pradesh, Gwalior. He is also the Director, Head of the institution in Amity School of Communication. He has got 2 masters and 2 postgraduate diplomas to his credit. He has published 2 books in mass communication and journalism and cited 7 books. One of his books on environmental awareness and role of social media with IGI Publications USA has recently been indexed by Clarivate Book Citation Analysis. He has also published several national and international research papers in reputed journals. He has also been to London, Dubai, Slovenia, Nepal, Singapore, and Amsterdam, Netherlands for research and paper presentations. The core areas for his research are basically media research, fake news detection, peace building, conflict resolution, and many more. He is also editor-in-chief of the biannual Scopus Index journal named Journal of Content, Community and Communication. He is also the chairperson of the Center of Excellence for Detection of Fake News and Disinformation at AUMP. He is well versed with software like SPSS, SmartPLS, NVivo, Citavi, and Mendeley. In addition to that, he has taken 400 plus workshops on the topic of how to catch predatory, fake, or clone journals in academics, and has developed a course with Taylor's University, Malaysia on it, and also awarded the Innovation Research Award by them. He is also a honorary brand ambassador, one of my colleagues, serving for the Emerald Publishing South Asian region, and also the voluntary ambassador for cross-reference. He also taken many workshops with Emerald elsewhere, Cabels, and Turnitin as their resource person on academic integrity as well. He also has been covered by various newspapers and the AAJTAK channel. He is also covered by YouTube channel Integrity Matters by Turnitin. He has also spoken about academic integrity on various platforms. He has recently released an app named Amity Quality Journal Checker on both Google Play Store and iOS platform. It has list of all the fraud, clone, or predatory journals. He also got two major copyright named 8 Novel Ways to Identify Fake, Misleading Impact Factor and 8 Novel Ways to Catch Clone Journal. So these major copyrights are under his name. So Mr. Sumit Narulla, Professor Sumit Narulla, it is over to you. Thank you very much for joining today. You can start the session.
We can hear
Yeah,
you
thank
now,
you.
Professor Narula.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you,
yes, we can hear you. We can see your
Subrakamaya.
screen. Everything is good.
Yeah, thank you, Jayan sir. Thank you, Subrakamaya University. Thank you, Emerald team. Thank you, Sangeeta Menon ma'am. Thank you, Disha, for giving me this opportunity. It's always a pleasure to be with the Emerald team, and I'm very excited that you have given me this opportunity to give the session, hands-on training session on how to catch fake related code journals. In the previous sessions, also we discussed that this is a rampant problem, and still it is there, and it is going beyond the limits now. Because when we had our last workshop, it is in the year 2021. Now we are in 2023. In the past 2 years, this has gone to various other levels. The problem of fake predatory and clone journals. So I will be showing you some of the live examples, and I will be giving answer to almost all the queries wherever there is a query. So first, there are 4 or 5 slides, and then we will go for live examples of fake predatory clone journals as well as impact factor. So I think my screen is clear and visible. Now I will be going to my second slide. So this is the definition that we have used. You can have your own definition also, but it is mostly used by various institutions that what is a clone journal, and we need to define that also, because it is very, very important to understand that what is a clone journal and why they are there. So I just read it for you, although you can see it also, that clone journals are basically web pages of the are a web pages are a counterfeit mirror of an authentic journal that exploit the title and ISN of legitimate journals. So you can say that you will be looking at those journals as the original ones, but at the end of the day, they are not the original journals, they are the fraud ones. So they just make the websites like the original ones, but at the end of the day, they are not the original ones. In contrast to predatory journals, clone journals are more likely to accept papers from authors since they are developed as the mirror image of the reputable journal. So one point is that they accept the papers quicker than the predatory journals. Predatory journals might take 48 hours to 96 hours, but clone journals will publish and accept your papers in 24 hours. So they're worse than the predatory ones. Some of these counterfeit journals actively chase authors through a modified email message that announces a fake call for papers in the current issue. That I will show you the live examples that how the counterfeit journals are sending the fake call for papers and actively chasing the authors like us in Southeast Asia and in the other countries for publishing with the fraud journals. Authors may be duped by these solicitations into paying an open access publication fees, trusting that their work is about to be published in a reputable journal. So you think that you are paying to a good journal as an open access fees. Open access is a beautiful concept where you pay the APC and where you do not pay the APC. So there are some categories in that. We will discuss that categories also, but they have misused. The fraudsters have misused the beautiful concept of open access. They will charge you money and they will say that this is everywhere. Every journal will ask you APC. We are charging you less APC. Publish with us. Basically, they are fooling us around. Where to pay, when to pay, whom to pay. I will clear your doubts on that also. And some journals are requiring the APC and we have to pay that APC. I will clear your doubts on that also. So they misuse this beautiful concept of open access. Now, what is predatory publishing? It is called write only or deceptive publishing. Basically, it's a deception. Writing a predatory journal is like deception to everyone, to your nation, to your institution, to your own self, to everybody. It's a deception. It is an exploitative publishing business model that involves charging publication fees to authors without checking articles for quality and legitimacy. They will not check your articles for anything. Nothing will be given to you. no feedback will be given to you. No legitimacy will be checked. Only the publishing will be done after taking a hefty money from you. Now, there is a thin line of difference between cloned and predatory is that in predatory journals, sometimes your data enters the Scopus or Web of Science databases. Because sometimes, as and when they check it, I will show you the live example, as and when they check it, the data could have entered before that. So this is the main problem with the databases of Scopus as well as of Web of Science, that sometimes they get delayed in catching a predatory journal and the damage is being done. They are regarded as predatory because scholars are tricked into publishing with them, although some authors may be aware that the journal is of poor quality or even fraudulent. Now the onus comes to the university or to the institutions that why the authors are publishing in the poor quality journal or fraudulent quality journal. So it is very, very important for the universities to have and to develop a mechanism where this has to be taken care of, and where the students should be given high level of information and knowledge that they should not publish in fraud journals or in predatory journals, and new kind of workshops, new kind of designs which are there in the market should be provided to them, to the students. New scholars from the developing countries, are said to be especially at risk of being misled by predatory publishers. According to one study, 60% of articles published in predatory journals receive no citations. So when you receive no citation, your H index goes down, your country H index goes down, and your citation scores goes down. Nowadays, most of the rankings are asking for your H index and for your citations also. So it is very, very important for you to publish in good journals, so where you can get the citations also. I know some people, those who have many papers in good institutions, many papers in good journals, but they don't have citation. So that shows sometimes that they are not worried about their citation. You should worry about your citation also, because people should cite you if you are publishing well. So predatory journals never get you any citation. So now, wrong impact factor. So only two impact factor has to be considered. There are many companies, but some of them are fraud, some of them are misleading. So the site score is the word used by the Elsevier, which is the Scopus. JCR is the Journal Citation Report by Clarivate's Web of Science. So the word impact factor is a trademark of Web of Science. So the journals which are only indexed in Web of Science will get the impact factor. The journals which are only indexed in Scopus will get the site score. So there is a margin and difference. I will show you that, and I will go live to some of the points now. I hope my screen is visible. So I will first show you an image, and then I will explain that image to you also. So we need to be very, very careful from the word impact factor, because the fraud starts from the word impact factor when they say that they have got this much of impact factor. But at the end, they do not have that impact factor that has been given to you by some misleading companies. So this is the main impact factor formula and the criteria. So just look at this carefully. You can see that the documents from 4 years, citation received in 4 years in Scopus, and they've used the word site score. So Scopus has given us site score, and there is formula, which says the documents includes articles, reviews, conference papers, data papers, and book chapters. When you go to the impact factor, which is Web of Science product, you will have this formula. Citable documents from 2 years has to be divided by citation received in 2019 in Web of Science only. So Web of Science citations only will get you the impact factor given by the Web of Science. Here you will have the Scopus site score from the citations received in Scopus only. Right, so this is the formula. Now, when you say that there are many companies, I will show you the companies. These are the list, which is misleading matrices. If you see the impact factor from these agencies, you need to be very, very carefully understand that the journal might be cloned or predatory. So these are some of the names of those companies which gives you wrong impact factor or a dummy impact factor or any impact factor, because they take money from you. So site score is the original one, but site factor is there. The AIB, Arab impact factor, Cosmos impact factor. Then you go to index copernicus. Then you go to the JPR. There are many root indexing, systematic impact factor. So what is the reason? So reason is that I will read the reasons, criteria for determining misleading impact factor. We have also got the copyright on the same, where we have also determined the misleading matrices criteria. So the first point in that is that the website for the metric is non-transparent and provides little information about itself, such as location, management team, and its experience. So if you click on any of the company, you don't know who these people are. They will just ask some money from you. You give them that money, they will give you the impact factor. although there is a technology to get you the impact factor, for that you need to have your journal into the Web of Science databases. But it is an easier way, because if a journal is fraud, they need a fraud impact factor. The company charges journal for inclusion in the list. Usually it is free. Web of Science and Scopus do not charge you for anything. If your journal is being indexed, they will not charge you. If your journal is indexed in Web of Science and you got the impact factor also, nothing will be charged from you. But these companies will charge you. That is why this is one of the main reasons. The values will always increase. So these companies will always increase the values because they want money from you. So if you want a random number like 7 impact factor, they can provide you 7 impact factor. Next year, they can provide you 9 impact factor, because they do not have any algorithm to reach to that. The fourth point, very important point, the company uses Google Scholar as its database for calculating matrices. Google Scholar does not screen for quality and indexes predatory journal. So now this is a catch here, that whatever is online is Google Scholar index. But Google Scholar has its own limitation. Google Scholar does not screen for quality and indexes predatory journals. Some of the predatory journals are there in the Google Scholar also. Right? So it is very, very important for you to understand that the Google Scholar is not the gospel truth here in research. The truth which are available with us at the moment is through the Scopus databases or through the Web of Science databases. The metric uses it as impact factor, which they cannot use. It is, again, you can see this misleading. The methodology is contrived, unscientific. And the last point is that the company exists solely for the purpose of earning money from questionable journals that use the gold open access model. The company charges the journals and assigns them a random value. Then the journals use the number to help increase article submission and therefore revenue. So you can understand that a fraud company will give you a fraud impact factor to a fraud journal. At the end of the day, you get lucrative impact factor. You think that you are published in a 7 or 9 or 5 impact factor. But at the end of the day, everything goes waste because the company is fraud, the journal is fraud, and everything is gone for a waste. So it is very, very important for you to understand that the word impact factor is the trademark of Scopus. Just a second. Is a trademark of Scopus, and the impact factor will be taken and considered if it has to be, if you get it through the data of the Web of Science. Now, where do you get it in Web of Science? You can easily go there in Web of Science. And now the main difference is that it is updated monthly. Site score is updated monthly. Impact factor comes a year. So there is a major difference that. So some people prefer site score over impact factor because they want to see the impact of their study on the monthly basis. So once again, yeah, Web of Science sources, they will give you MJL, and you can make your account there. The account which is which you can make of Gmail. You can click, you can see create free account is there. I have a free account at the moment. I will not have the full access, but I have a bit of the access which I can check it, the things with which I can check the things. So I click on login. With login, I can enter with my Gmail ID, with my ORCID ID, with my LinkedIn ID, or with my Facebook ID. So I will be entering with my Gmail ID, and I will see what all can I access. So it has been accessed. Suminullah name is there. And when you click here on the right side, downloads, you will have the impact factor list here. Right? So JCR 2023 is there. And in August, they have monthly changes archive also, additional Web of Science indexes also. So I will give you the details of that also. These are the additional one from them. And this is the changes. So we will come to the changes. And every month now they have started giving you the changes, because many journals which do bad practices, which has to be removed through the Web of Science and to the Scopus databases. So be very, very careful from the word impact factor. In India, I know that we have international audience also, but in India, when you go to the UGC care, which is the custodian of Indian research for the journals here, you will see that on their header they have written that if any misleading or false matrices are displayed anywhere on the journal's websites or its pages, the journal will not be eligible for inclusion in the UGC care. So we are very, very clear in India that fraud impact factor and fraud matrices are done away with. So here I end the topic of impact factor for you. If any questions is there on impact factor, we can take 1 or 2 questions. So that if there is a burning question, Disha, on impact factor only. Okay, so at the moment we have no question on the impact factor, but we will later ask and seek the question from the participant. So now I will be going to some of the live examples of the cloned journals, fake journals, or the fraud journals. Then we will shift to predatory one. So the first example which I usually show is a journal named ORCID. So ORCID is a research journal, and when you go to the website of this journal, you will see many peculiar things there, very odd things on the website, which should not be there in an original website. If you see a lot of original websites, this is the website of a journal, which is, I know that, and everybody is knowing that this is now a clone journal, but there are 10 red flags. There are 10 red flags, which I will show you. And when you put all those red flags on any of the website, 110% that is a clone website of that journal. So now the first red flag, they will always use the word UGC Care Group 2 active journal to fool the Indian audience first, because we believe in UGC Care Group 2 active journals a lot, and these are Scopus or Web of Science index journals. Automatically they enter UGC Care Group 2. So this is the first point they write. I understand that ORCID is originally a Scopus index journal, but this is not the original website. So the first catch is there, UGC Care Group 2. Why are they writing here UGC Care Group 2? If you go to the original journal, they will never write UGC Care Group 2. If it is an international journal, India is not their only audience. So they will never write. They will never write UGC Care Group 2 active journal. They write many other things. Then there was one UGC Care active journal. So this is the first red flag. Second red flag is multidisciplinary. Be very, very careful. Go for interdisciplinary. If a journal is multidisciplinary, check carefully and do not just accept that it is a multidisciplinary journal. Do some kind of verification. Third red flag, they will run with a Gmail ID. It should be an organizational email ID. Like our journal, Journal of Content, Community and Communication is a Scopus Index journal. We run with the email ID jcc@gwa.mit.edu. We can also run with the Gmail ID. No, a journal of Emerald or of Sage or of Springer or of Wiley or other publishers never ever run with a Gmail ID. The editor-in-chief might have a Gmail ID to, or a guest editor to have some lesser emails on his official email ID, but a journal just cannot run on a Gmail ID. So be very, very careful. This was the third red flag. Fourth red flag, there will be no contact details under the contact tab. So I click the contact tab and you will see no details. You will never find any details. Even if it is a predatory or a cloned journal, this tab will always be empty. They will never provide you their information because they are fraud. Fifth red flag, they will give you false editorial board. These people are originally with the original journal. Their names have been cut, copied, and pasted from there. And these people doesn't know that their names are being misused here. So be very, very careful when you see this kind of editorial board where there is no information about them. Six red flags, common English error. The spelling of archive is wrong. So common basic English errors will be there. Seventh red flag, when you go to call for paper, they will cover all the areas, which is next to impossible for a bigger journal also. How can you cover all the areas of science, arts, physical sciences, biomedical, management, agriculture, urban planning, integrity? Whatever you say, they will publish. This was the seventh red flag. Multidisciplinary is being misused here. Then you go to homepage again, and when you click here, you will see that the submission last date is throughout the year. So you send them the paper in the evening. By the night, they will publish it after receiving the money. Eighth red flag. When you go down, they will ask you the payment mode will be international. There is money laundering also involved. We do not know who is taking our money and where is our money going. So you can see the payment mode is PayPal, wire transfer, and Western Union. And here pay you money. No local people will be involved in taking the money. So that we don't know where is the money. And I believe that we have done a story also that millions of dollars have been siphoned off from India. This is the next level that what I say that this is a simple reason of money laundering being done from the Indian research. Red flag number 9. When you see some of the papers in the current issue, you will see most of them are useless. And this is done in Hindi also. So language is also no barrier for them. Because it's a fraud journal, they will do every kind of fraud. 10th red flag is that their DOI will never work. So they will give you a DOI, you copy it from here, and if you put it at doi.org, which is the parent organization for DOI, and if you try to check it, verify here, you will see that the DOI given by the fraud journal will never work. So I click here on submit, and here it is. It will never work. But if it is a genuine journal, 110% the DOI will work here. I will show you the example of a genuine journal. Like we to use DOI, DOI.org. We have bought it from the Crossref. I will put a genuine DOI here of our own journal. You click here on the submit. The paper is machine readable. It will directly take you to that full paper, which is an open access platinum journal, and the full paper is in front of you. And it is very, very important for you to understand that in predatory journals also, this DOI will never work. So it is very, very important for you to understand that the DOI should be working. They will provide you a DOI like this, but this should be working. So these are the 10 red flags which you see. Now I will show you some of the live examples of these fraud journals with all these 10 red flags embedded in them. So the second one rather is Adalia journal. So now they have used the word impact factor on their header, and they have challenged us by giving us a screenshot. The screenshot will just come that it is a Web of Science index journal. The screenshot will come here that it is a Web of Science index journal. Okay, I think the website is down. I'll once again try. But this was the fraud website. They must have switched it off or something is wrong with them. So next one is Xi'an Journal of Architecture and Technology. So if you look at this journal, it is a Chinese journal. Originally, it's a Chinese journal, but just look at the website. Again, all those red flags are there on this website also. A fishy kind of website. And an impact factor, we do not know from where they have taken. It's just written here. And a screenshot stating that it is a Scopus Index journal. Yes, it is a Scopus Index journal. Then you go to the contact details. No information will be provided to you. You go to the editorial board. Names are cut, copied, and pasted from all over the world. You go to the current issue. Papers are also being taken from all over the Indian nations, and some are, you can see the Iran are also there, and some other Nigeria and other countries are also being targeted by them. Then you go to call for paper. You will see all the areas covered by them. Right, all the areas have been covered by them. Earthquake and all, engineering, they cover everything, all the topics and all. And now, where is the original journal? We have to search the past one also and this one also. First, we will search ORCID. I will go to the Scopus databases and I will type the name ORCID here. I have the full access of the Scopus databases at the moment because I'm sitting in my university. So I'm clicking on find sources. If it doesn't work, I will log in again and search it out. So ORCID. Okay, it is asking me to sign in. So let me sign in first. You can sign in with your create account. You can sign in with your Gmail ID, and you will be also able to find the original journal. So at the moment, I am entering with my university access, but you can enter with your Gmail ID, which is also free. A bit of information will be provided to you for free. Some error is there, technical error. We will sort it out. Here it is. We have entered the databases now. We click on sources here. Once again, it has logged me out. So some error is still there. You just have to bear with me for one more minute. It is there. We have entered the databases. We click here on ORCID. It will be self-populated by Scopus as it is a Scopus index journal. You can see self-populated. We clicked on ORCID. Information about the ORCID has come out. It is only a philosophy journal, not multidisciplinary. We click here for more information. And we click here for more information. The landing page shows us the publisher, which is a La Nuova Italia Editis publisher, means an Italian publisher. You can see the other details also. You can see the content coverage also. And when you click here on source home page, it will take you to the original journal, which is in Italy, publishing in Italian language. This is the original product, but what we saw was this fraud one. Here it is. So people of India and other developing countries are still publishing in this fraud journal, but the original journal is sitting in the Italy and publishing in Italian language. The second one that we tested is Journal of Xi'an University of Architecture and Technology. It is looking like a Chinese journal. We'll go to Scopus again. click on sources, we will type the name, and Scopus will self-populate if it is a Scopus index journal. So if I go there like that, it is self-populated. It is a Scopus index journal. So let's see what comes out. As I am hopeful of, it is a Chinese journal because it is by Science Press. You can see the area is architecture only. I click here for more information. And then when I click here for more information, Science Press, 110% is a Chinese press. It's a Chinese journal. Click here on source homepage. When you click here on source homepage, it will take you to the genuine journal, which is in Chinese, publishing in Chinese language. These are the examples. At the moment in India, there are 200 plus fraud journals constantly taking your money and research. Some more examples now. Zidian University Journal, again a Chinese journal which has been cloned. And if you look at the website, and I think you can also catch that on your own because they are using the screenshot of Scopus. Yes, it is a Scopus index journal. And then when you see this, acceptance status is 48 hours, frequency 12 issues, submission last date throughout the year. And when you click here on contact us, no information will be provided to you and a Gmail ID is being given to you. So again, how will we check it? We will copy this name. We'll copy this name from here, Journal of Zidian University. Click here on sources. Journal of Zidian University. You can see it has been self-populated again. You click here. The area is electrical and electronic. Science Press, you know that it is a Chinese press now. Source homepage. It will take us to the regional journal, which is in China, publishing in Chinese language. I will show you an example of the Web of Science also and the UGC care list also, which has been, many of the journals have been cloned from there. But at the moment, I am showing you the examples of Scopus. So now the next example of a journal, which is a Dahlia, if it works. Let's see. Okay, so they are under some kind of work. Novimir, then we will go for Novimir, which is a Web of Science index journal, Russian journal, publishing in Russian language. But somebody has made this clone journal and taking money and everything from us. Just see the screenshot stating that it is a Web of Science index journal. They're challenging us that yes, we are in Web of Science, you check us. And we are the original website. They are not the original website because you can see that Gmail ID is again involved. And then when you go to the contact, no information will be provided to you. Never ever they will give you that information. And the next thing is they will publish your paper in 24 hours. They're worse than Champak Nandan. Right? So now how do we check it? We will copy this name. We will go to the Web of Science resources, MJL, search journal, Novimir, we will write like that, search journal, and here it is. You can see it's a Russian journal. I've told you it's a Russian journal. Exact match is it. This is a screenshot that they have used. View profile page. This is a profile page and everything is given. It's a monthly journal. Issues are 12, 1925. It's a very old journal. And when you click here on visit site, it will take you to that original website, which is in China, which is in Russia, sorry, publishing in Russian language. This is the journal. Right? Another example, Aguim. Aguim is again a clone journal. When you go to the website of Aguim, now you can catch that journal on your own because it's a kind of shady website. Again, the same information, submit at gmail.com, and then a fraud impact factor 6.1 taken from anywhere. You click on contact, no information will be provided to you. You go to the editorial board, names are cut, copied, and pasted. You go to the call for paper, you will see all the areas covered by them. And basically, it is a Belgium journal publishing from Belgium in Belgium language. They might not have the homepage, but if I search it on the Scopus, I'll find this thing, Aguim. Let's go to the Aguim. Here it is, self-populated by Scopus. Aguim is there in the databases. You can see archaeology and humanities. Site score is very less, 0.3. It might be in Q4 categories of the journal in the Scopus databases. University de Liga is a Belgium university publishing in Belgium language. In 2021, they published nothing. This is the content coverage, and they do not have the homepage here. That is why there is a trouble. And it is a book series, although they have the ISN for a journal, but they say it as a book series. And because of that, homepage is not here. It is difficult. If we dig deeper, I can search it. I can see from where this document has come. And if I click on this document, we can see that this must have been taken from some of the website or somewhere. Here it is. Rather, if it is a doubtful journal, do not publish with a journal, even if it is in Scopus. If you have doubts, do not publish with this journal. So Agium, you avoid publishing Agium, even original journal contacts you because of some of the information which is not here. And after 2022, it's August 2023, they never published a single paper. That is also a point of concern. So these are some of the clone journals in the international arena. Now I will show you a unique example of some of the clone journals of Indian. So one is Mukt Shabd. So basically, Mukt Shabd is an Indian journal. It's a print journal. It cannot have the website. It does not have the EISN with them. But somebody has made this clone website, and it is working here in India from the last 2.5 years. I'm constantly following this website, and I can see a lot of Indian research and money is going into the drain while publishing with them. They publish around 100 papers every month, and if you multiply the amount they're getting, you multiply the research they are spoiling, is immense. So now again, how will we catch it? First, you can see the impact factor. A print journal cannot have the impact factor because the formula and the mechanism is online. So print journal claiming to have an impact factor, that means they have taken it from a fraud agency. Then multidisciplinary is again written here. You click on contact tab, you will get nothing. You don't know who these people are. They rather take away your information. You go to the editorial board, you will see people from USA and other countries are working with the working in the Marathi language. It's a Marathi language journal. So these are also fake names given here. You go to the current issue, you will see paper from all over India without any relevance to the journal are being published. Just look at this paper. Subaltern section is eaters of the leftover food, then something on this. So whatever you send to them, they will publish it without checking in whatever language rather. Something are in Hindi, then you can see some are in Marathi, and so on and so forth. Now, where is the original one? This time we will take the help of UGC Care because UGC Care is the custodian here. So you can enter with your Gmail ID, click here on title and type here Mukt. When you type here Mukt, search, a journal related to Mukt Shabd will come in front of you. I will just log in again. Login. Here it is. I will type again Mukt here. Many people ask that how many journals are there in UGC Care. So you can see in sciences there are 264, in social sciences 317, arts and humanities 364, multidisciplinary 16, and Indian languages 299. Right? So these are the numbers. So I'm typing here Mukt, search, and let's see what comes out in terms of Mukt here in the UGC Care list. You can see it's print only. First thing is print only. When it is print only and it does not have the EISN, you cannot have the website and you cannot publish the paper there. So that was the fraud website. We click here for more information. And when we click here for more information, this comes in front of us. And we can see when we click on the current table of content that this is the front page. This is the front page of June 2023 print edition of a Marathi journal named Mukt Shabd. So this is the main problem, that these websites are running and we are unable to stop them. Awareness is the only key. Why we are unable to stop them is that their IP addresses are not from India, and that is why they're difficult to catch upon. But UGC Care has done a good thing that they have given you a list of the fraud journals under group 1 also, under group 2 also. When you click here on group 1, you will see around group 1 are around 50 fraud journals, print journals, publishing in various Indian language like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Oriya, Gujarati, and other related cloned. On the right hand side are the cloned, on the left hand side are the original one. This is group 1 cloned list journal. When you go again on group 2 is the international journals, Dutch, German, French, Russian, Italian, and there were 50 and there are 69. So 70 plus 50, you can imagine 120 fraud journals are there as given by the UC care list also. But our data which we have put up in our app, MIT Quality Journal app, is more, and we expect there are more than 150 fraud journals, cloned journals in the market at the moment, asking you to pay them money and publish whatever you want. Now, anybody, any question related to the clone journals or any journal you would like to verify, I will be able to do that in the next 5 minutes. Anyone?
Can you just repeat that, Dr. Nurullah? What was the last line?
I was saying that if anybody has any question or any journal they would
Yeah,
like to
yeah, there are
verify, which they are having doubts
absolutely.
on.
There are questions. Yes, there are questions. Should I tell the questions?
Yeah, 2-3 questions. Let's take it.
Yeah.
2-3
Let's take
questions.
them.
Let's take them.
Now, number one, it's the first question is that, sir, there are some journals which are indexed in Scopus, but they publish the paper in 1 week of time after submission. Hence, I don't think that these are proper. I don't think there are proper review systems
They
employed.
come under the so they come under the category of predatory. There are many good journals and bad journals in Scopus databases. So Scopus, I think, is working upon them also, and it is checking their methodology also. But to get it published in 1 week under the Scopus databases leads you to somehow into the predatory journals. Not the cloned one. Cloned one data never enters the databases of Scopus, but in predatory, the data enters the Scopus databases, and that is why they publish quickly.
Yes, because the latter half is that also each published paper does not have date of submission, but it also is published or has an online published date. What is your take on this on these journals? So
Yeah,
you've
it should
already
be there
responded.
nowadays. Yeah, nowadays it is being asked that a date has been given so that people should know when received, when was peer review done, when peer review received. So many things has to be done. Some journals are
Sure.
now publishing the peer review also. The next level is that they're publishing the peer review also.
Right, right. One of the persons says that, sir, are there no authorities who can detect these journals and shut their websites down?
So if you want to shut the website down, there is a mechanism like whoisdomaintools.com tells us that the website is working from where. So like if I want to search Adalia, so I will search in front of you and you will see the IP address is not from India. At the moment, it is not from India. So that is why I think it is a problem for government of India, although they know that this is a fraud journal. That is why they have made that list. But I think the IP address is not from India. That is why they're unable to stop that website. So let me show you that example. I'm going to whoisdomaintools.com. I put it the Adalia fraud website here and I clicked on go and let's see the information. You can also search that information through that. You can see that now they have changed the IP location. It is somewhere in the Ontario. And they've also created that it is a 6,500 days old. It's not like that. It is a kind of 2 years old website only. So Adalia.com is on sale. Although Adalia, I have shown you it is on sale. So Adalia website is gone. They have earned the money. Now Adalia.com is on sale, which is a fraud journal, which is in Turkey. The original journal is in Turkey. So if I give you the example of this, let's copy this website and ask for help from here. We'll go to home again. I'll put the search. Let's see. Here it is. It is only 1200 days old, and you can see the IP location is in central Singapore. So this is the main reason. And somebody like Bandaru Naga Siva Prasanna Kumar, and the email ID is also tagajournal@gmail. So everything is fraud. Whatever they will provide you is a fraud.
So The next question is, I mean, I think this may not be correct, but just for clarification, can ORCID evaluate the legitimacy of predatory cloned
No,
or
no, no.
fake
ORCID
journals?
does not evaluate anything. No, ORCID does not evaluate. ORCID is just
And I
a
think
metadata
ORCID is a
manager for your
personal
accounts.
identification.
Yeah,
nahin,
like
you,
yeah,
this is for the scholar.
right. Yeah, like I have my account now. So what I will do now that if I have to publish a paper with a journal, I will give them a ORCID ID also, so that it should be with my name only. There should not be any pseudo using my name, or ghost writing should not be there. So this is why ORCID ID is being used. So you data, like this is my ORCID ID, user and password. I will sign in, and all the research, all the projects, all the things which I have done are here, my profile and everything. So they will not check anything for you.
Thank you. There are a few requests to check a few journals and their authenticity. Can I tell
Let's take
you
one or two.
two,
Let's
three?
take one or two. Let's take
Right.
one or two.
So,
Let's take one.
right. So the first one is Journal of Information Technology Teaching Cases.
Information.
It's confirmation of your information. IN. Journal of Information Technology Teaching Cases. Technology Teaching Cases.
Here it is. So let's see. It is a Sage journal. So these are good publishers. Sage, Springer, Emerald, these are good publishers. So when you are at these journals, just check them. And I believe that the information that they provide you is the original one. And when you click here on journal indexing and matrices, that is also, they will give you the original information that they are in Scopus only, and they are in the JCR also. So these type of journals are good to go.
The next one
Second
is
one.
Korea Review of International Studies. Korea,
That I
Korea,
can.
Korea
Yeah.
Review of International Studies.
Korea.
Yeah, it's here.
Korea Review of International Studies. Here it is. It is being published from chrisstudies.org and looking like an original journal. Let's see. You have the details here. The first point is the details are given here, and you can see the names are also given here. Although they're running with the Gmail ID, but the names are there. And I've told you that sometimes the guest editors will ask for the Gmail ID. And if you click on the contact us, let's see what comes out. And here it is. This is their details. And now we can see the indexing part of it. When you go to the indexing, let's see. So they say that they're indexing into all these. So I doubt they are in Scopus or in Web of Science, because when you write this much, you try to hide the main information that you are not in Scopus and you are not in the Web of Science. So they've written almost everything. And now what will I do? I will, they are in ABDC. They say that they're in ABDC. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. I'll copy this name from here. I'll put that in Scopus. I doubt that they are in Scopus because they could have written that on their website. So I'll put again the name here and see. Korea Review of International Studies. I don't think so. They are here because it's not self-populated. So no, they're not there. Then you go to the Web of Science. You can go to the Web of Science also and check it here. I'll type the name here. Korea Review of International Studies. No, it is not there in the Web of Science also. The last thing they have asked that they are in ABDC or they wanted to be in ABDC, so we can check it here also. ABDC is for Australian Business Deans Council. They are also having good database managers, and they're a good one in that. So I'll type here and I'll put it here. And you can see it's a C category journal there in ABDC. This is how you have to search for the journals, and you have to go to the databases and then you have to decide. So Korea Review of International Studies is a ABDC C category journal at the moment. And yes, you can publish with a C category journal. Here it is written C also. In a C category journals, be very, very careful that the list which is of ABDC promises of A star, A, B, and C. So C is quite at the end of the category, but these journals grow also. So you can publish with them and then you can wait. If the journal grows, it can grow up to A star also, but it takes a lot of time. Going with C is a 50-50 case for me.
Would you like to take more questions, or would you like to move on with the presentation?
One more journal. How much time do we have?
We have time till 2:30.
Okay. Then one more question.
Okay. I will just 1 second. So someone
Just
has
see if
asked.
the name is there. I will search. Yeah.
Sure, sure. So the
Yeah, go on.
next, the journal that they want to search for is International Journal of Digital Information and Wireless Communication.
International
International Journal
Journal.
of Digital Information and yes, that's it.
So it has root indexing as its the first site factor. So it has all the misleading impact factor with them. So this might be a dubious journal which we are checking. So let's check it out and see what comes out. So when you go there, it comes to root indexing. When you go to the predatory misleading matrices, root indexing is there. So root indexing is misleading one. So it has a trait of predatory journal, and this journal says that they have the impact factor in process, but why root indexing is showing them? And where is the original website? They have this Facebook and Twitter, and this is the URL. Let's check this URL. So this is fatal error on the URL. This is I would request that not to publish with this journal. It does not give you the full information because we are unable to reach to the home page, and once we do not have the home page, we should be very careful. Full working home page should be there. Right. So questions, we will come again on the questions when I will show you the examples of predatory journals. So now let me take you to some of the likes examples of the predatory journals. So Claude, you have understood that these are fraud journals. Everything they do is fraud, and the original journals are in Web of Science or Scopus or in UGC Care. And then they will make their fraud websites and ask you for publishing. They publish quickly in 24 hours, and after publishing in 24 hours, you feel relaxed. But at the end of the day, it is a very uh, ruthless business for them to ruin your academics, your research, as well as your academic career also. So now let me take you to the predatory ones. So I will go to the databases of Scopus. The recent discontinued list has shown us a list of predatory journals. I will show you that list also, but let me give you the names of some of those predatory journals live. So the first example is the journal named Journal of Pharmaceutical Negative Results. I click on this journal. When I click on this journal, this information will come out that all the data have been not applicable now. I will click here for more information. When I click here on more information, I will see this landing page. It is written coverage discontinued. So in all the predatory journals, when they are discontinued, this will be written under their landing page, under their name, coverage discontinued in Scopus. This was the area. And when you click here on source homepage, you will see that horrific thing. You click here and you will see this. A journal which was largely publishing 10 papers a year for 11 years. From 11 years, for 11 years, they published 10 papers a year, roughly 10 to 12, significantly got to 3265. So this you have to check. When you go to the landing page of a journal, which is a Scopus Index journal, and it is showing you large number, 110% that journal is going to be eliminated from the databases. And sometimes Scopus remove the back files also. I'm not sure about this journal because it is 2023. This could have been done because the site score have been released now. So this might not be done at the later stage. But usually they sometimes remove the back files also. But here the people has got lucky. So 32 papers they publish in 1 year. This is the first trait of a predatory journal, even if it is a genuine journal. If it is publishing large number of outlier paper, it will be a predatory journal. Now, the second part is when I get into the details, there are some countries you will see which publish significantly in the predatory journals. I don't want to name the country, but I will just show you. So you need to carefully see if these countries are publishing recklessly in some of the journals. That journal is going to be predatory because a lot of money is involved in that. So you can see there are names also. One author has published 37 papers in it. One has published 29, some has 27. So you can see the large number are from India also. So when I goes down, when I scroll it down, these are the institution. So these two institutions has published around 500 papers, and then this institution. So there are institution names also. And when you go down, you will see India is the biggest one, preceded by Iraq, Uzbekistan, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, and Indonesia. I will take you to the website of this journal also, but just look at this. If there are large number of papers from Indian institutions in an international journal, be very, very careful. Large number of papers from Indian institutions, be very, very careful. So now let me take you to the website of this journal. So Journal of Pharmaceutical Negative Results. Here it is. This is the website. The website will never tell you that they got removed from the databases. They will never tell you. If you click on the indexing, they will continue saying that they are in Scopus. Here it is. You can say Schemago Journal ranking they are written, and then again ESCI they have written. I think they have removed from the Web of Science also, but they will not tell you that. We will check the Web of Science discontinued list also. Now, if you go to the contact details of this journal, which is a predatory journal, the website is original. Only these email IDs are given to you. Again, a Gmail ID from a reputed journal using a Gmail ID. When you go to the archives, if you look at the papers, you will see all papers, all kind of papers are published with them. So if I randomly check out this volume 4, 2023, you will see the papers from all the areas: platelet, ultrasound, stem cell, and then linguistically aligned, reduction of algorithm. So whatever you send, IoT based soil content analysis, 1800 papers from India has gone into a useless journal. If I download them and put them into the flag check, many of them are plagiarized also. Because this journal is not going to check anything because they do not have the access to turn it in. And they do not have access to any other software. Whatever you send to them, they will publish. And again, if you go to the editorial team, you will see these kind of names. And you can see some of the Indian names are also there. Now, I'm not sure whether these people are involved or not, but their names have been used or misused here. So this is the first example where in the Scopus databases you have seen that they have published 3,200 documents in 1 year. So it divided by 360, so around 80 papers every day they were publishing. Huge number. And multiplied by 40 to 30,000 per paper. You can imagine the amount of the level of amount they have got. You can also check the profile of this person and this person, which I'm not checking here, and you will come to know that they are from the reputed institutions. Publish. You just cannot publish unawarenessly 37 documents in a year in a journal. You are not this naive. You have done it intentionally, and you know that nobody's going to check it. And then if you got caught, you can say I didn't know about that journal. So and now the point comes to the ranking. So the ranking affected when the ranking takes the data, the Inflivet or the Scopus takes the data of a university, they will only take the number. They will never see that where that person has published that journal. So that is why some of the institution has got into the QS ranking also, while their institutions have published large number of papers in predatory journals to hoodwink the ranking system. So the ranking is based on numbers, not on the quality of the paper. So if an institution publish 1,000 papers in a journal, the ranking will be higher. It will not be negatively affected, it will be positively affected. This is the main problem with the ranking mechanism of QS, THE, NIRF, and NAC. They just go by the number. So if a university who has taken the advantage of this journal has published 600 plus papers, the rank has gone very high in the QS, in the latest QS ranking. And many people know about the name of that also. So now going ahead with another predatory journal, I have the list with me. One is European Chemical Bulletin. I will take you to the website of that journal. European Chemical Bulletin was a Scopus index journal. Now it has been removed because of the predatory traits in it. And if you look at the website will never tell you that they have been removed. And you can say this, they will say that open access journal and content is freely. This, they misused it. And then again, a Gmail ID. A big journal like that is using Gmail ID. You click on contact us. This is their information. You don't know where this area is, right? You go to the abstracting and indexing. Again, they have used the Scopus one. They were in Scopus, but it has been removed now. And if you look at the papers, almost all the papers are useless. So I'll go to Scopus and I will give you some more information of a predatory journal, European Chemical Bulletin. And mind you, their DOI will never be working. If I go to the website and look at the paper, their DOI will never work. You can see it is written open access. It's not updated here, but if you download the list, it has been discontinued. And if you click on the content coverage, only 3 documents are added. And this was the outlier behavior, 149 documents, and there were 32. So if I give you the discontinued list, I go to the Excel, I will give you that discontinued list, July 2023. When I give you that list, you can see that name of the journal here in the list, which is in the red color. So I will just open the list in front of you. So it is opening. It is taking a bit of time because it's a heavy list. Here it is. Discontinued titles, July 2023. Here it is. And you can see in red, computational mathematical methods in medicine, European Chemical Bulletin. And the reason was publication concerns. So it is very, very important for you to check out this list, which is a monthly list. The next will be coming soon in August. And then you can see you go down again, Journal of Hygiene and Engineering and Design. All these are predatory journals. The Science Journal of Chemistry, publication concern, and waves in random and complex media. It's a Taylor and Francis because of radar. Radar is a different thing where you give more of self citations and other errors comes to your journal. So these are the journals. All other which are not in red has already been removed. So these are the predatory journals that they do this kind of misleading behavior. Another one, Journal of Critical Reviews, a unique example of a predatory journal where you will see again large number of unrelated papers have been published. Like first again, we will go to the contact detail. Nothing is provided to you, a Gmail ID is given, but yes, this website is original. Now, whatever I'm showing you, the website is original. There is no cloned website. So this is the original journal, original website, but the information that they provide is fake and fraud. Editorial board, again, some names are cut, copied, and pasted. Some are from India, some are from Pakistan. Simple grammatical error. You can see name of Pakistan is wrong. And then the countries, South Africa, Nigeria, Sri Lanka, Singapore, Indonesia, Poland, the countries which are they targeting, somebody has been taken from there. You go to the about the journal, you go to about the journal, you will see that they say that they can take the papers of management, social sciences, and humanities, but at the end they cannot. We will check it through the Scopus databases. We will go to sources. We will type Journal of Critical Reviews. Here it is, Journal of Critical Reviews. You can see there is no score given to this journal. Coverage is discontinued. And again, the area is pharmacology, no management is there. They gave wrong information at the website. You click on the content coverage, 2,900 papers were published by them in 1 year. Total fraud. And if you look at the website is colorful, looking good. And if you look at some of the current issue, you will see some of the archives. You will see papers are like, the titles are like copper, potassium, iron. So Mohan Naidu K has published copper, potassium, iron, magnesium, selenium, zinc, and non-metallic. So whatever you want, manganese, whatever you want to publish, they will publish it for you because they are fraud. And if you look at their DOI, you copy the DOI from here, put it at doi.org, and the DOI will never work. So doi.org, I will put the DOI of this fraud journal here, the predatory one, submit. It's an error. So it is very, very important for you to understand that these predatory journals will give you a DOI which is wrong, which is not machine readable, but they efficiently put that on their website. So it is very, very important for you to understand that these predatory journals are everywhere. Specifically, they are in the databases of Web of Science, Scopus, and sometimes in ABDC also. Right. There is another one, European Journal of molecular and clinical medicine. It is in the Scopus Embassy, I think, at the moment, but that journal was discontinued from the Scopus databases because of the problems that they are having. So you can see it is again a Gmail ID being used. You go to contact us, they will not provide you any information, only a Gmail ID is being provided. You go to the editorial board, the names are cut, copied, and pasted. Some Dr. AP Singh India is being added, somebody from Sudan, Bangladesh, Philadelphia, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is also at their target. So there are a lot of problems of Sri Lanka also. In Sri Lanka, there are a lot of fraud journals coming up because of the lack of knowledge there. Although Devasri sir is doing a lot of hard work and putting up some of the articles also in the newspapers, and we are in touch from the last 3 years, and I am also trying to give my workshops there. But still, it is getting hampered by early publications and lack of knowledge there at that country, and that is why there's always unknown kind of a pseudo name in all the predatory journals from Sri Lanka, from Pakistan, from Italy, from Portugal, and from Bangladesh also, because these are the countries. India is also there. India is at the top. India has the highest number of research paper published in predatory journals. Why I say so? Because when you go to the Schemago, and if you look at our numbers, they're, they're very good. We published 26 lakh papers in a year, but nobody cited us. So if I go to country rankings here, which is for free, you will see India at number 7. So we publish around 26 lakh papers, but our H index and citations is the lowest. Our citation is 11, which is far low than many others there, and H index is also far low, which is like 795. I will clear your doubts on H index also, but before that, it was important for you to tell that we are publishing high number of papers, but we are not managing the quality. It is only the quantity which we are doing at the moment. Now, if anybody has any question related to predatory publishing.
Yes, the questions are not stopping, but a few of them I think are important that we respond to them. From where do we get the list of Scopus discontinued journals?
Yeah, I will give you the step. You go to the Scopus databases here. Click on sources. When you click on sources, download Scopus source list. Here it is. It will come again. Download Scopus source list. I will click here, and then again download the Scopus source list. It will be freely downloaded to you, and it is for everybody's consumption, which is for free. I have the list earlier, so this is number 1. It is writing that I'm having a copy. Exit list July 2023. This is how you get it. And again, you can have the Web of Science also. Web of Science, I will just download in front of you. I will go to downloads here. Monthly changes archive, August 2023 changes. I will just download. MJL, the Clarivate also does that for everybody. So that list is there. So let's open it and see what are the changes there in the Web of Science list. Earlier, they were not doing it. They started doing it from May 2023. So here it is, the Web of Science. So these are the journals that they have accepted, right? And these are the journals that they have been delisted. So I will just do the shift from here to. So these are the journals delisted by the Web of Science in the August 2023 edition, which is freely available, and I can also provide you that. So these are the publisher names. Let's go to the name of the journals. So these are the name of the journals. So I will be going here. So it is International Journal of Medical Dentistry, International Journal of Life Science and Pharma Research, International Journal of Pediatrics, Bioscience Research, Cardiology, and Urban Lawyer, Family Law Quarterly, Antitrust Journal, Indian Journal of Science Communication. This is something I have to see that why an Indian journal is in the discontinued list. Indian Journal of Science Communication, then International Journal of Industry Chemistry, there's a Springer Journal. So these are the journals which are being delisted by them, and these this one has ceased to publish, and these are the title changes. So this is the August one.
Thank you so much.
Next question,
now, right. The next question is how to identify predatory conferences and journals.
Yeah, conferences also are like that. When they ask for money upfront, that give us this much of money, and your conference will be in Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia, and they do not give you the address and they do not give you the name of the journal. So be very, very careful. And then they start talking to you on WhatsApp. They start giving you, your mail ID is filled with the conference mails. That means there is some kind of problem is there. And mostly these predatory conferences are also looking for people like us, those who wants to go, do not want to go, and just want to have the certificate. So without presentation, if somebody is giving you certificate, that means they are into the predatory one. And be very, very careful from the websites like Omicus, IFERP, and other related websites where they say that they are the conference organizer, but at the end of the day, they are not, and give you false information. And then if anything goes wrong, you can contact us at our email ID, and we will be able to help you, because we have a lot of data of these conferences in fraud also.
Wow. Thank you so much for such amazing work that you're doing with related to fake journals. Okay, so there's one person, they say that the Journal of Positive School
School of
Psychology. Yes.
Yeah, it's a
They say
doubtful
that
journal. I
this
will just show
journal
you.
is, yeah, they say that this journal is shown in Scopus database, but when you search, it is not there. Also, the database is only shown on the website till October 2022. After that, there is no information. What does that mean?
Yeah. Because it was a doubtful journal and it was hijacked. So it stopped publishing and all. So Journal of Positive Psychology, or Journal of which is an accurate name?
Journal of Positive School Psychology.
So Journal of Positive School Psychology does not exist here at the moment. So I will just type again. Journal of Positive School. Journal of Positive School Psychology does not exist here. Journal of Positive Psychology exists here. So now I'll go to the website and check from there. Journal of Positive School Psychology. I'll click here. And this is the website. And you can see they have written, sorry, journal not found. So basically it's a fraud website, and one should not publish with this website at the moment. Do not,
Thank you.
because they say
There
that they are in
is another
Scopus,
question.
but
Yes.
they say that they are in Scopus, they are not in Scopus. Let's search them with the ISN, try the another part. If we can search them with the ISN, let's do that. Zero result. With the ISN also, you're unable to find it. So this journal does not exist at all in any of the databases. So my answer to that is do not publish with this journal. They're saying that the ASR Research India. So some Indian agency has bought it. So be very, very careful from that also.
So there are
They
so
filed a
many
case against them.
multiple.
Yeah.
There are so many
Yeah, there will be
multiple.
more questions on checking the journals. So if one or two journals, then we can.
No, they're just most of them are to find a particular journal again. But there is one more question, same question, that in Scopus shows coverage up to 2022, but the journal title shows it is Scopus Index. Can you please clarify this one? Can it be a fraud
I
journal?
will clarify. No, it will not be a fraud journal if it is not in the discontinued list. Some journals do not update them regularly, so the year will not change. So like if I go to my journal, Journal of Content, Community and Communication. So our journal updated in July. So until 5th of August, every month on 5th, they will update. Until 5th of August, it was written up to 2022. Now it is to present because we have June 2023 papers in it. So where do you see it? Here do you see it? June 2023 papers are here. Once they are updated, only then it will come to the present. So if the journal do not have the 2023 papers, it will be written up to 2022 only. So this is the main problem. So do not get worried about that. If it is not in the discontinued list, which I have shown you, if the journal is not in the discontinued list, even if it is in 2022, you should not be doubting that. Right?
Okay. So now next question is that when I published a paper in some journal, it was in Scopus, but later after 2 to 3 years, it was discontinued. My paper got good citations, but currently is not listed in Scopus. How does that impact me as a researcher?
So it will impact you as a researcher, because if your database is not there, that has been lost by your university also, because you gave that data to your university also. Now, if the university does not have that data, so that means when they publish that number goes very down, and you will also lose a paper from your database. How do you check it? You go to search. I will show you my name, and there are papers in front of my name. So if I lose a paper from the databases, that paper will be lost by the university also, and the number will be reduced. So this reduction of number is not okay. So that is why it is very, very important for us to understand that. Just a second, I'm getting some call. So I'll show you my name. Search. Here it is. So 19 document and H index is 5 at the moment. So if I lose a paper, that means my universities also will lose a paper. So if the data are there with you, you are good to go. But if you lose the paper from the databases, that is not a good sign. So however citations you have, how many things you have, will not be taken into account. Right. Next question.
So next question, I think I would like to take this up, and obviously, sir, you can also. But the next question is that my question might be different from the topic. However, should we go for paid journals even if we have funds to get the publication? Does paid
No,
journal
there is a blur line between paid journals and paying the APC. I am coming to that also.
Yes.
So this is open
Yeah.
access and paid. So paid journals, I would say, if they're paid journals, they are fraud ones. But if some good journals are asking for the APC, they might be gold open access journal. So we need to carefully understand which is a gold open access journal, which is a platinum open access journal, which is a hybrid open access journal, and which is a paid journal. So we have to differentiate that, and I will be doing that with the examples. So first example is,
Perfect.
I will be going to an Emerald journal, which is a gold open access journal, right? So that
So
name
first,
is
if you could explain what is a
Cli-
gold open access journal?
yeah, I will be explaining with the examples. So climate change journal. So climate change is a Springer journal, and we have one mental illness also. I'll go for that because I was following that mental illness journal. Again in Hindavi, here it is, a mental illness from Emerald. So now I will be exploring this journal in front of you, and you will see that how we can shortlist this journal and how we can see that whether it's a paid journal or a open access journal. So the first thing you can see, the website is original and the things that they are doing is genuine. Now the next thing is the journal is open access. Once a journal gives you that lock open access, that means they might ask you for the APC. If it is a platinum open access journal, they will not ask you for any APC. Now they will ask you for an APC if it is a gold open access journal. So everybody please write it down. If a journal is a platinum open access journal, they will not ask you for any APC. I will give you the example. Like Emerald has started some journals with the IIMs. These are platinum open access journal. You do not want to pay anything to anyone. And here also in our journal, also Journal of Content, Humanity and Communication, we are also following the platinum open access journal. You just send us your paper. If the paper is good, we will publish your paper for free. That we have the open access policy, and everything we follow that in letter and spirit. That is the platinum open access journal, Disha. If a journal is not asking you for money and publishing your paper for free, that means it is a platinum open access journal. But if a journal is an open access journal and asking you for APC, paid journal, APC, that means it is a gold open access journal. So this is a gold
Sir,
open access journal.
can I just add two lines to this?
Go ahead,
When
go ahead.
Professor Narula says that a journal is platinum open access and they're not asking for money, there is a reason for it. Okay. Now, see, ऐसा नहीं है that there is one journal that automatically decides that, why is one journal taking money and the other decides that they're not going to take money. So the problem is, no, actually the working behind this is that someone else is bearing the cost for publication. So like Amity has this journal. Amity is paying the APCs to Emerald,
Yes,
or
yes.
whoever is running the
We
journal.
pay around. We pay to the Turnitin. We pay to the Crossref. We can bear the cost. That is why we are able to give them the services for free. Otherwise, we could have
Yes.
also started with the
So
APC.
Yes. So same ways, just like we are doing with IIM, we have a journal of IIM Ranchi. We have journals from other IIMs
Yeah.
also.
So IIM is
IIM
bearing the
Ranchi
cost.
is paying us a set amount of money every year. That is APC
Yeah, for
charges.
5
The
years.
institution is
Yeah,
paying on your behalf, and that is why you can publish for free. And
free.
where institutions are not paying and it is an open access journal, someone has to bear the cost of publication. So either it is the university or it is the person, researcher himself or herself, and that is where the APC comes from, which is the article processing charges. The company is going to take a fee for whatever fees, because I'm telling you it's very less, because each article takes a lot of money to be processed. So yes, thank you so
The
much. Please
point, the
carry on,
point
sir.
so the next point is that some journal will ask you for the hybrid version. So like one of the paper which I have just published in benchmarking, they have given me a copyright. In that they've asked me if I can pay them the a set amount or I would like to go under the paywall. I said I do not have that money at the moment. So my paper will not be there for open access, but the paper will be published and I will have the copy and I will be able to send it to my colleagues, but it will not be there on the website on the free basis. So some journals are hybrid. Most of the journals are now hybrid, and some are platinum. Gold access journals are very less. So now, if you want to publish in this journal, you have to pay $900 to them. This is the APC. And there are some Sage journals also. There are some Springer Nature journal also. There are Wiley journal also. Many publishers are compulsorily taking the APC in their gold open access models. Many are giving away with the platinum one because somebody else is bearing the cost. Many are coming with the hybrid, where they will ask you, if you are unable to pay them the fees, they will put your paper into the paywall for some time, and after that embargo period goes out, the copyright comes to you and you will be able to freely circulate that paper to everywhere, everyone. Now the question comes to the paid journal. What is a paid journal? A paid journal is a fraud journal which will only take the money upfront from you before publishing, right? That is a paid journal. These publishers will never take money upfront. They will issue you a voucher also, and they will clear your doubts like Disha has cleared from the point of view of the publisher, that why they are taking money from you and what is the reason for this APC. Now the paid journal is a fraud journal. They will take money upfront and they will never get in touch with you, and you do not know where you have given the money, because these will be taken from the international routes. Here nothing will be like the international routes, and there will be somebody who will be issuing you a voucher, be it from Sage, be it from Emerald, be it from Wiley or Springer Nature. They will be issuing you a genuine voucher, so that you can show that your university also that you paid the APC. That is not a paid journal. Be very, very clear. While paying the APC does not mean that you are into a paid journal. Paid journal means you are paying them upfront before sending them or before getting the review of the paper. So be very, very careful from the paid journal. Yes, some journals are doing very quickly in 1 week and all. They are also under the category of predatory, that in 1 week, how can you get it done and how can you publish it also? So these are some of the publishers which are there doing some of the dubious and doubtful practices. So this is the open access for you, everybody. Now, anybody, any question on open access?
No, rest are all checking questions. They are all wanting to check some journal or the other.
Right, right. So, right, we have 15 more minutes. So let's check one or two journals.
Okay, but there is another one question. Someone has said
Yeah, go ahead.
that many do not even agree with Bell's list. Several
Yeah.
controversies are around this list as well. What is your opinion?
My opinion is that yes, that list is not sacrosanct. The list is not that dynamic that it should be. But I have given you the tips and tricks to catch the fraud journal on your own. You do not need any list now. Even I am not following the Beals list at all. But now with my mechanism, you are able to catch the fraud journal on your own. Sometimes that list is not updated and sometimes Scopus is not updated. But you can catch the journal before that. And then you can write to Scopus also. And they will red flag that there are complaints against this journal, and then they will do the inquiry on their own part. So Beals list is not the sacrosanct and the gospel truth in the media, but yes, they have started this initiative of the predatory. He started, so we look forward to him for many things. But with our mechanism also, you can catch these fake predatory and clone journals as well as the impact factor.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So I will. Someone is asking what is bronze open access?
I will see to it. I haven't checked it as the moment. Blondes open
Yes.
access. So the spelling, ये रहा. Blondes, really, I don't think so. If we can get the spelling, I might get the wrong spelling. Or you can go to the next question, because blondes, I haven't heard of it, and if we have the spelling only, then we will be able to check it.
Spelling is BRONZE.
Huh.
BR.
Bronze, not bronze. हाँ,
Bronze.
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 हाँ,
Yes.
bronze open access. Yeah, मैं blonde सुन लिया. Bronze open access are free to read only in publisher page, but lacks. I'll show you the example. But lacks a clearly identified lessons. Such articles are typically not available for reuse. It's the kind of bigger version. I will tell you one thing. I have a paper. If you look at this paper, you can only read this paper. You cannot download this paper. So this is the paper. You go to read the full content, full text. Here it is. I just need to message someone that's constantly calling me. You can see the article is free to read. Downloading and printing are disabled. Right? So this is a model of the bronze open access where you can see are free to read only on the publisher page, but lack a clearly identifiable license. So it is there, the live example. Right. Next question.
Thank you so much. So the next question is that, dear sir, there are many journals which do not have these red flags mentioned by you. Still, they are predatory. They are not using Gmail IDs. They have contact number, not demanding hefty sums, not multidisciplinary, renowned persons in editorial boards. How to identify these substandards and predatory journals?
So do we have any name? If we have a name, we can check it. We can give the examples to others.
But I request Sir Anil Kumar, if do you have any of these journals?
Yeah, if you have any name, Anil Kumarji, if you have any name, please give us the name, or then I will be able to identify them. Because if you say a random statement, then it will be difficult. Because yes, there are fraud journals everywhere, and with big names also. But if we have a name of the journal, I can do the exercise in front of everyone.
If he comes back, then maybe we can.
Yeah.
So if Anil Kumar ji, if you are back, because I saw him go offline right now, if you could please tell us any journal name. Okay, it is Library, Philosophy and Practice. He's written to us.
Library, Philosophy and Practice. I think that is a discontinued journal. Library. I have checked it here also. Library, Philosophy and Practice. Now, what is they are saying that it is looking like a predatory journal. So it is by the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. So let's check it. Where is it indexed? So library, Philosophy and Practice. Here it is.
Library, Philosophy and Practice.
Yeah. It is on our screen now. I think it is a discontinued journal because the scores are not here. Yeah, you can see it has been discontinued. So it has been discontinued. You can see the traits also, the predatory traits. I will also put that in my list because for the examples. Library. Now let's check how many papers are from India. ये एक हमारे लिए वो हो जाएगा. Library, Philosophy. I'm writing the name at my notes. Philosophy and Practice. I will click on 1600. In 2021, 1600 papers were published, and Shahzad K has published 32, and Symbiosis University has 88, again 82, then Nigeria. So we always stop. And let's go to the country, India. So be very, very careful. As in, I don't want to defame. I love India. India is my country. But sometimes this is the main problem, that we are running after the quantity. Giving 26 lakh research papers in Scopus is a big achievement. But who is going to give us any citation? These papers are dead for us. They are dead wood. Rather liabilities. 714 in 1 year. If I go back in 2020, this was 2021. Content coverage 825 in 2020. Let's see how many are from India. Again, the institution is the same. I think this time again India will be. Again, we are the leaders. So this is the main problem. We are giving a bad name to our own country, our research, our institution, everything. So it is a predatory journal. Now you say that they give the full information. Even if they're giving us the full information, they're discontinued. You check them in your databases. Even if you give you the right information, you need to check into the databases. Now, if I go to the home page or about page, there may be some kind of misleading information in it also. Even if it is not misleading, you need to check the journal on your own. It is your responsibility to verify, right? So this was a predatory journal. It has been thrown out because of the reasons. Right. Next.
Thank you so much. Okay, just last two questions I'm going to pick up now. The thing is, what are the side effects of or punishments to publish in a predatory journal?
So side effects are that your H index will never increase. Let me show you the H index, how we calculate the H index, or the word calculate the H index, and you will not get the citations. Your paper will be removed from the databases at the later age. And if somebody checks them carefully, they might ask you that, why did you publish in predatory journals? So at the moment, it is not that difficult to publish in predatory journals and to get the marks and to improve your career, but sooner or later, it is going to harm you. And they will never leave you because your data and your footprints will be there digitally. And why you don't get your H index is like that. To calculate manually your H index, you have to organize your articles in the descending order based on the number of times they have been cited. In the below example, an author has 8 papers that has been listed 33, 30, 20, 15, 7, 6, 5, 4 times. 6 is equal to 6 means an index of 6 means that the author has published at least 6 papers that have each received at least 6 citations. So when you don't get your citations, your H index will never go up. And when your H index will never go up, your institution's H index will never go up, your country's H index will never go up. So this is the first problem we are facing, that we are having large number of papers, but nobody is citing us. Our H index is going down. So at the end of the day, you might have 30 lakh paper next year, but your H index will be very, very poor. So it comes back to all of us. The country is facing, so all of us are facing the lesser H index also. So the second point is that if you have paid them money also, your money is also gone. The third point is your digital footprints are there in a fraud journal or in a predatory journal. And when you see your name in a discontinued journal, it feels really bad. So it's better to publish less than to go with the predatory journal. So these are some of the ramifications or some of the problems that you will face in your life if you continue publishing with the predatory journals. Right. I came back to the main screen now. So meanwhile, I can give you my official email ID. That is sNarula@ggn.mit.edu. We have our center, Amity Center for Detection of Fake News and Disinformation, where my team is working in catching these fraud journals, and we have taken down many fraud journals, and we are continuously doing that. And I would like to thank everybody. And please email us at sNarula@ggn.mit.edu. We will get back to you in 48 hours about the clarity of that journal. Meanwhile, just one point, Jan sir, I'm sharing my screen again. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes, it is
Can you see my
shared.
screen?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
see. Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Yeah, one point. We asked about the conferences. Some of the bigger journals or some of the bigger publishers have to do some kind of retractions also. Why this has happened? Because some of the publishers gave guest edition to wrong people. And be very, very careful from the guest editions also. So the first problem came in December 2021 when a journal of Sage has to retract many papers at once. And just look at the phenomena that the name of the journal is International Journal of Electrical Engineering. The name of the journal is International Journal of Electrical Engineering, but publishing the papers like this. I'm highlighting the name in front of you, the titles. The name of the journal is Electrical Engineering, and the papers are Research on the Evolution of Urban Design from the Perspective of Public Health under the background, not related with the journal. The Rationality of Physical Fitness Evaluation Index for Cardiovascular Respiratory, not related with the journal. Role of Foreign Direct Investment as a strategic move towards growth, economic integration, and development. So these are some of the fraud examples where this has been done by the guest editor. Now they have removed the guest editor, but the damage has been done on the name of the scopus. You can see the editor-in-chief contract has been terminated, and the associate editor access have been revoked for a further 6 individuals who have been removed from the editorial board. But the damage is done. Be very, very careful from the special issues also. I'll show you the Springer nature error also. Springer nature retraction. This has happened with them also. Here it is. 400 papers have been retracted, and all were like paper mills and useless papers were with them. And a total of 436 papers in true Springer natures are being subject to expression of concern, and all of them were with useless titles. This has happened with the elsewhere also. Elsewhere's materials today, proceedings. News, retraction. This has happened with PLOS also. This has happened with IUS physical also. You can see this elsewhere retracting 500 paper was shoddy peer review in the conferences. When you go for the conferences, be very, very careful from this. So you can see 500 papers from a journal dedicated to conference proceedings only. It only published conference proceedings, and all of them were poor, and this conference happened in India, right? So these are some of the examples which I wanted to show you, and I couldn't show you at that time. Over to the organizers.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Professor Sumit Narulla, for the enlightening session you delivered on how to identify fake, predatory, or clone journals. Your comprehensive insights, practical tips, and real-world examples shed light on a crucial aspect of academic research and publication, and of course, undoubtedly empowered us to make informed decisions and to contribute to the advancement of genuine research. So moving on to the final item in the agenda, I would like to kindly invite Ms. Disha Lakhanpal in order to deliver the word of thanks. It is over to you, Disha.
Thank you so much, Professor Devasiri. Good afternoon to all the distinguished guests and respected participants. It is my privilege to give the vote of thanks on behalf of the Faculty of Management Studies, Sabaragama University of Sri Lanka, in collaboration with Emerald Publishing, for the successful completion of the second session of the Faculty Development Program 2023. First and foremost, I extend my very, very hearty vote of thanks to the main speaker of the session today, Professor Sumit Narulla, Director of the Amity School of Communication at Amity University. At the onset, I would like to express my profound gratitude to the Faculty of Management Studies of the Sabaragama University of Sri Lanka, headed by Professor Atula Gyanapala. Further, I would like to express my gratitude to Professor M.S.M. Aslam, Chairman, Research and Publication Unit, and all the members of the Research and Publication Unit of the Faculty of Management Studies for their unconditional support. I would also like to express my sense of obligation to Professor Jayanta and Devasiri, Chairperson for the FDP, whose visionary approach and dedication played a pivotal role in initiating this program. As a special mention and a word of thanks, I would like to thank Ms. Sangeeta Menon, Chairperson for the FDP, Emerald Publishing for their collaboration in organizing this event. My deepest gratitude goes to the organizing community, Ms. Shanika Ratnasari, Program Secretary of this FDP, Ms. Ruvantika, the coordinating secretary for this FDP, who has meticulously planned and executed every aspect of this faculty development program. Finally, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the audience. You've been wonderful. To all the professors, academicians, researchers, industry participants, everybody who has joined today for us, and hope you will join us for our third session, which is how to conduct an outstanding review by Professor Mohammad Kashif. Thank you all so much for coming and giving us your time
Thank you.
today. We will see you in our next session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Professor
everybody.
Nurullah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Emerald.
Professor Devasri.
Thank you, Jen sir. Thank you.
Thank you.